Hello, welcome to Billy Ho Sports. Big day for racing yesterday. Churchill Downs opened up under the lights. It was a good night. A huge show today. We're going to preview the 20 contenders. We're going to review the post draw, how it affects their chances in the race in the beginning, things of that nature. I'm also going to be doing the giveaway for the 100th anniversary Derby glass for this video. So here's how you enter. First and foremost, you must be a subscriber to the channel. So hit that subscribe button, smash that like. It's free and easy. Leave me a comment with your pick to win Kentucky Derby and use the hashtag BHS. Uh, just to let me know you're really interested in winning the glass. Like and share the video. Check the news feed at the bottom for all the details on how we're going to pick the winners. And so my thoughts entering the post draw was this: don't get the one post. Ugh. Next, speed to the outside, closers to the inside. I'd prefer, but I'll tell you the odds as they put them up on the board last night. But I'm not really sold on how these odds are going to shake out just yet. But we'll start with number one, Bob Baffert and Citizen Bull. This is Barney Rubble trouble. Uh, I just don't think he can be happy with this draw. I know he's going to be optimistic. He's got people are going to say the horse is big. He's built to break fast. He can get out of the one hole. He's not going to get squeezed like Dornoch did last year. But I don't know if he's fast enough to get to the front. He's right on the inside of number two, who we'll get in just a second, Neo Equos. Neo Equos gets off the block fast. I mean, you see him breaking from post one in the Florida Derby. Uh, and he beats everybody by a full length or length and a half out of the block. So yeah, it's going to be tall order if he gets out fast, and if Flavian Pratt's riding him. Baeza doesn't get in by some chance, you got Flavian Pratt to deal with. So we'll see what happens. But Bull looks great on the track. I just don't like his chances to win now. So I mean, I may just toss him all together, but at least if by some miracle he pulls it off, I've got two future bets on him, so I'll get some money back that way. So speaking of the two, Neo Equos, that's 30 to 1 morning line. Oh, by the way, he's Citizen Bull's 20 to 1, I believe, on that paper, but he could actually go up from there with that post draw. So we'll see. Neo Equos, Saffie Joseph Jr., 30 to 1 on there. That's probably fair. If he gets Flavian Pratt, his chances obviously improve. I don't know what to say about the draw, but I figure he can beat Citizen Bull off the block. And then the three horse to his right is the Final Gambit, the closer that he'll beat. But then he's got Rodriguez in the four slot to deal with, two doors down. So I don't know. Front running speed horse. Some people say with limitations beyond 9 furlongs, but I did a full pedigree analysis, and the dam side gives him some stamina for sure. The broodmare sire, which is Birdstone, won the 12 furlong mile and a half Belmont Stakes. And he also sired a Kentucky Derby winner by the name of Mind That Bird. Never faced a pace like this, though. Most of the pace ratings in his races were just barely average. So this one's going to be hot contested early on. Number three is Final Gambit. That's going to be another 30 to 1. Brad Cox, Luan Mikado. I guess that's a fine draw. You want to, I guess closers like to be on the outside so they can break slow and get out of the way. But with the one and the two to Gambit's inside, he can just let them go on by and just slide right to the rail. And the work that I saw on April 9th, they were showing him the rail and stuck tight to it down the first. That's the first opening quarter when they show that replay that I showed you in the previous video. He is all over that rail down the middle, so he's going to get used to being that in that position. So I'm okay with it. I'm definitely going to be interested in using the horse. Beautiful gray horse, Brad Cox. He already lost his best chance, likely, but this is his next best chance, obviously. I might even just put a little win, place, and show money on him if he goes off at like 30 to 1 or something like that. Not a bad idea. So number four, Rodriguez, 12-1. Bob Baffert, Mike Smith aboard. I believe that it's, you know, fine. The four post. I mean, Mike Smith's going to send him, and if he's got the speed, then he shouldn't have any trouble getting out front. Now I know he's got American Promise and Admire Daytona, Luxor Cafe, the next up, but to his inside, he's got a horse he can beat easily off the block, and then he's just going to be contending. And Baffert may instruct Citizen Bull to kind of let maybe Citizen Bull does a power block on Neo Equos, and then that allows East Avenue to get toward the front. I don't know. We'll see what the strategy plays out, but there will be strategy. Believe that. So the son of Authentic does have the speed. I think East Avenue is another one that he's going to have to contend with speed wise up front. So this opening quarter is going to be just rolling. So he's got the talent to go the distance. I am excited. I've got a 29-1 future on that one. So, but I'll be using him on top and throughout the card because he just looks so good training at Churchill. I mean, he just really professional. I don't know where people, maybe he's getting a little more mature, which people say on race day he gets a little skittish. So I don't know if that's still the case or not. But number five, American Promise, that's Dwayne Lucas. Not a terrible draw. Nick Juarez as the jockey. Couldn't beat the Speed King or Magnitude to the lead in two of those races prior. So improving every race, going to be off 49 days. I'm leaning toward the toss. I hate to say it for Dwayne because knowing him, he'll shock the world once again. But I'll keep an open mind. If you want to make a case in the comments, please do so. Number six, Admire Daytona, 30-1. That is trained by Kato, jockey Christophe Lemire, rock star in Japan. He's like the top jock there. Heck of a finish in Dubai, outlasting all. I thought it was an inside trip on a very wide track with the fast opening quarter. Did prepare him for a break like the Derby, but I'm likely going to toss that one. I Interesting horse, number seven, Luxor Cafe, 15-1. I don't think he's going to get bet down as much unless the Japanese fan base bets that much in parimutuel racing, and it affects the odds that much. But no Noriyuki Hori is and this is Joao Moreira, I believe, is the jockey. Delivered a prominent performance in that stakes race in Japan. Dominant, breaks well, settles in good rhythm, sweeping move around the final turn. I mean, he's got all the running style to fit. I just don't know if he's up to the task versus these horses. What's he faced in Japan? So he's one I'll have an eye on, but not one I'm putting in the ticket just yet. And I'm looking for probably about at least narrowing the field down to 10, and then I'm going to chop it. Then I'm going to start doing that's first cut, like you were in high school athletics. The top 10 will get first cut, and then I'm probably going to cut down three or four more, or maybe use a total of eight horses if I can get away with it. But speaking of eight, number eight is Journalism, 3-1 Mike McCarty, and Umberto Rispoli. Could not have gotten a better draw. Obviously, the impeccable breeding, curling, proving it on the grade one stage, all the physical tools. Umberto does have a lot of pressure on him, but things got much easier with that eight post with him. So he can pretty much I think steer clear of any bad traffic. So he's going to be an on top use. He's 3-1 for a reason. I don't know if he can get possibly bet down any further than 3-1, 5-2, if the buzz really starts picking up. Now that one of Baffert's horses draws, or maybe both of them are considered bad post draws, but we know the bull is in a bad post draw, so we'll see what happens. But there are some other ones we'll get to in a minute that are going to be bet down as well, hugely bet down. One I was reminded on a podcast about. We'll get that in a minute. Burnham Square, Ian Wilkes, Brian Hernandez, a great draw for him. Hernandez should be able to get position. The Bluegrass was an eye-popping win. I don't know that it was his peak. Some people think he peaked right there, but I think he can run back strong. I've made comparisons to him in Street Sense, who Wilkes was actually a part of the NASCAR team back then in his development. So I'm most definitely going to use him. That brings us to number 10, Grande, trained by Todd Pletcher, ridden by Johnny Velasquez. Post draw might be an issue for this lightly raced colt. Being right in the middle of everything like that, no matter how he breaks, he's going to have traffic to avoid getting pinballed around. So, because all the horses to his outside are going to be breaking right into him, and he's going to be trying to break as well. So, his Friday breeze, I thought he looked a little bit slow, 5 furlongs and 101, but he is sired by Curlin, half brother to journalism. Still in consideration, but just not as high on him as I once was. So that's the midway point. Time for some giveaways. Spin the wheel. Okay, congratulations to John Cronin, 6873, and Mr. Carl Carson for winning the Derby glasses. Email me at BILLYAH@yahoo.com with your shipping address, and we'll send you a Derby glass. Now, also, I forgot, but I have this really cool RC bottle that I picked up recently. It's another 100th, if you can see it okay, 1974 Kentucky Derby commemorative bottle. It's got all the Derby winners to date like that. I'm going to give this one away too. I think this is kind of a neat little giveaway. So be on the lookout for that one. Now, excuse me, on with the show. Let's move on to number 11, Flying Mohawk. Trained by Whit Beckman, Jareth Loveberry. Blinkers come off. So bred for turf and all weather. I've mentioned it before. Beckman's praying for rain. So if the track's sloppy, I might consider. But I don't much care for the equipment change. I don't like when they change equipments, blinkers off or on. Either way, there's people that have documented that before. Never goes well. And honestly, I like Whit Beckman. I'm a St. X grad myself. I just found out. I don't know why I didn't know this before, but Whit Beckman graduated from St. X in year 2000. So local guy. So I got love for him. But the way he handled Honor Marie last year, I don't know what happened to that horse because he was so good coming in and then just never came to fruition, I guess. I couldn't figure out what to do with him. So now he's entered him next Wednesday, WIN's day, in the Isaac Murphy Stakes going 12 furlongs. So I don't know. I think he's a likely toss for Flying Mohawk. But anyway, now we got to get up to East Avenue, who I am warming up to, Brendan Walsh, Manny Franco. Nice spot for him. Gonna get out fast and go for it. Hit the throttle full send. Manny Franco nearly rode Tiz the Law all the way to the house a few years back. That was the year Authentic won when they had it in the fall. Sired by Medaglia del Oro, plenty of stamina. Uh, Probably going to need that lead, and but he hasn't produced outside of Keeneland, so I don't know. I'm a little iffy on him, but I'm definitely keeping him in the pool for now. So 13 brings us to publisher. That's Steve Asmussen and did improve with Flavian Pratt under control, but Flavian Pratt's not riding him. Irad Ortiz gets the call, which I do love Irad. He's a great jockey, and he's obviously off to a great start at Churchill opening night. He had a few wins right off the bat. I don't know how he finished, but fun card on Churchill Downs night. I bet a couple of races after I just kind of got into it after the draw because I was trying to hold off. I thought I'd be able to be less of a degenerate, but I ended up betting some races and I lost the first few. I hate it when you bet exacta key boxes and things of that nature and you run 1-3, 1-3. And then I finally said, I'm not watching any more races. I love me some Mink Palace. I forgot the name of the horse, 8 horse in the ninth race in the feature. But I just bet like 10 and 5 to win and went to bed and then watched it this morning and boom, right back to winning ways. So anyway, Steve Asmussen didn't like the way he handled this horse out of the gate. It should have broke his maiden by now. He put his 6% winning son Eric on a $600,000 horse and gave him four starts, and he didn't win any of them. I'm not picking a maiden to win this race. He's underneath only. Irad hasn't had a great Derby record, but he's still a quality jock. So we'll see what happens with that one. Number 14 is Tistastic, the other Steve Asmussen, 20 to 1. I did like the way he did what he did with this one. Joel Rosario aboard. The draw is pretty fine. Got away from the speed at Oaklawn Park, went over to the perfect setup at Louisiana for the Louisiana Derby. He's a well built horse, so he should be able to handle the traffic. He's a closer who can grind it out down the stretch and pick off tired horses. So I like him to at least hit the board or get close, like fourth, fifth at worst. So supers, high fives are in order. Give him a decent chance. Now, 15 to 1, I'm sorry, 15 render judgment, 30 to 1. Kenny McPeak, Julian Leperoux aboard. Post draw doesn't change anything. He got in because Cabin Street's out. The ownership said, let's go for it. God bless Kenny McPeak and his honesty. He doesn't like his chances. And he was super, super high on Mystic Dan. Like he was guaranteeing wins on if you watch the Race for the Crown series, he was super jacked up for that one. He doesn't like his chances on this horse at all. He said, I hope they prove me wrong. He's not a grade level one horse. So toss. 16 is Cole Battle. There we go. 30 to 1. Lonnie Briley, Juan Vargas should be able to get into stride early enough. He's been wanting to really get jacked up and get moving a lot earlier. You saw it in the Arkansas Derby. Vargas was holding him back for dear life. He was really wanting to get after Speed King early on and Matticat Road. So been working on the CD track with a chip on his shoulder, working well. He's under consideration for at least underneath use. It's a really great story. I'm rooting for the dude. So now we get to 17, Enter Sandman. So we're going to be so tired of that. I'm not even going to be a Metallica fan after this is over with. No, that's not true. Anyway, trained by Mark Cassidy, Jose Ortiz, who I love aboard, but it's his worst nightmare. Under his bed, he looked under his bed and got post 17. The curse of post 17. Say your prayers, little one, so you can get that inside scratch that's going to move you over one spot and get you off the curse of 17. So anyway, Arkansas Derby, he looks really good on the track. I love the big long stride. I love the big gray chewing up ground. I love Jose aboard. Perfect fit for him. He's a use. I don't care if he's still in the 17 or not, but I still have a sinking suspicion one of these horses is ghosting out on the inside of him. So number 18 is Sovereignty, Bill Mott, Junior Alvarado. I waffled on the draw. I thought 18. I just really hate for him to be way out there, but the way he breaks, he can just ease his way across the track and be out of the way of all the speed and all the chaos that is ensuing. But he doesn't want to get too far back. He did drop back. Actually, it was the Fountain of Youth, the race he came back and won. He dropped way back in that one, and I was real concerned, but he was able to crank it down the stretch. But in this race against this quality field, you do not want to be 19th or 20th. I would rather him be, 12th or 15th coming from around the corner, maybe 10, 15 links off the lead, not 20 links off the lead or something. I don't know. But anyway, he's a top choice, one of the top choice. Love that Junior's back on him. Junior's rode this colt 4 out of 5 races, but the majority of his morning work's going all the way back to last fall at Saratoga. He's ridden this horse to work him. So I like the way he's going to be knowing exactly what he needs to do for Bill Mott. Number 19, Chunk of Gold. And this is trained by Ethan West, fairly unknown, new 32-year-old trainer, ridden by Jareth Loveberry, who's got some Derby experience. Purchased for $2,500. Everybody's probably heard that story. Now a 3-year-old will have a long way to go to get to that rail for the ground saving trip from the 19th post. He's not a stone closer. I mean, he's listed as a closer, and that's what I've listed in the background of the screen here is the running styles, so you can just get an idea on what running styles our horses have next to each other. So that's why I did that. I'm leaning toss on this one, but I will keep an open mind because he's not going to get that inside rail trip for a ground saver as easily. He's going to expend a lot of energy getting across the track and getting into position. And he didn't have the staying power after a perfect trip in the Louisiana Derby to hold off Tastic. So that's why we think that way. So that brings us to number 20. Owen! Owen Almighty. Brian Lynch. It baffles me. Trainers can only do so much. If the owner has Derby fever, you can't talk him out of it. So could not have a worse post draw for a front runner who's not even got the eighth best speed in the race. Absolutely no shot, in my opinion. But I will lastly mention Baeza, trained by John Sheriffs. This one, if he does draw in, which he's got a good shot to do so, will get Flavian Pratt aboard. But if it's inside, well, he's getting the 20 slot. So he's a lightly raced horse that's going to be breaking in from the 20 hole. So I don't know that that's going to be a good shot of him at all. But I will give you a little bit of a narrative on that because he'll be in the 20 post, which is not good. But hey, the breeding is sharp. The damn Puka, who is by Big Brown, and we all know Big Brown won the Kentucky Derby from the 20 post. So that is your official post-draw preview for Kentucky Derby 151. It's time to grab those past performances. You can grab a free copy on Brisnet's website, but I'm going to be cranking out content. I've already downloaded my past performances for both Oaks and Derby Day. So what I'm going to do if you stuck around this long, I'm going to offer an exclusive Kentucky Derby Day tip sheet for my viewers for just $5. I'm going to have all the top stakes races, including the Kentucky Derby. More info on that coming. I may even attach the Oaks and Derby Day past performances for the full card with that $5 donation. So we'll do it like through a pay app, like a Venmo or a PayPal type of thing. So we'll do it similarly. You email me at the address I've been giving out and then request it. And then once the payment's confirmed, I send you the documents and you're on your way. So I appreciate everybody watching. Till next time, see you soon.
Who has taken the lead on the outside. In between horses, it's firing line. Dortmund is down at the rail as they come into the final furlong. American Pharaoh, firing line, not done yet. And these two come into the final 16th. It's American Pharaoh in front, firing line. Dortmund is third, Frosted is fourth. Coming to the finish, American Pharaoh and Victor Espinoza have won the Kentucky Derby.